Second idea, winners set specific and lofty goals. I may get the answer I'm looking for in this room because of the nature of this business. Is there anyone in this room right now who could show me either on a piece of paper or on their smartphone or their laptop, but they could bring it up now, not have to go anywhere to get it, their list of goals, a list of goals? Is there anybody? Ursula? Yeah, I see one. No, right now. Like you could bring it up right now. Like, nah, I got to go home. No, right now. Okay, cool. Let me tell you why I asked that question. Goals are critical. Goals are critical. Here's why. Goals both drive and steer behavior. Let me say that again. Goals, written goals, not just ideas, not just things in your heart that you, no. Written goals that you've committed to paper or to writing, whether on paper or electronically. Written goals both drive and steer behavior. They motivate you to get going, and they help you navigate to what it is you want. In the absence of goals, people are less driven and less focused. Let me say that one more time. In the absence of goals, people are less driven and less focused. When I know what I want and I know where I want to be, it's a lot harder to distract me. So it's a lot harder to keep me, a lot harder to get me away from what it is that I want.
Okay, say the last part again. In the absence of goals.
People are less driven and less focused.
Thank you.
Use both hands to type. You're trying to use one thumb. That's why it's taking you so. Taking so shit. Toot. Girl, you better use that other thumb. People are less driven, less focused. Any basketball fans? Your name again, I'm sorry. Debbie, I'm sorry. Debbie, what would a basketball game look like? We had two teams, basketball, but no baskets. What would it look like? Give me some words to describe what that scene might look like. Chaotic.
Nothing to go for, nothing to shoot for.
Pointless. Give me some adjectives. You guys remember what adjectives are? Those describe. Pointless, disorganized, confusing. Pointless. Here's the deal. Life without goals is like basketball without baskets. There's a lot of activity. We're busy. Yeah, go ahead and tweet that. Tweet that. L. Rubin 39. But hear me. Life without goals is like basketball. We're running around. We're busy. We're probably even tired from all. But it's pointless. It's chaotic. See, many of us we're busy and we're running around. But where are we going? How do we know if we're scoring? How do we know if we're winning? Goals help drive our behavior. Nobody gets up for a boring goal. And when I'm not focused, when I don't know where it is I'm going, I am so easily distracted. If I don't know that I want to lose weight, that sweet potato pie is a very viable option. Right? If I don't know, listen, I need to be at Keller Williams at 11 o'clock. If I get a call, hey, come hang out. Let's go visit my grandmother. You missed that. If I don't have a goal, if I don't have a place I'm trying to go, I am so easily distracted. Goals both drive and steer behavior. I use two words to describe goals: specific and lofty. Specific and lofty. Let's talk specific first. So the best way for me to explain this idea is to tell you about a conversation I have with my wife every year, around January, right? So she says, babe, where would you like to go for vacation? I'd like to start planning vacation. Now, mind you, our vacation is in July, typically. Like, why is this woman asking me in January? Clearly, I'm not the planner of the family. So I'm like, babe, I don't know, I don't care, I just want to go away. She says, no, boo-boo. No, the whole Kevin Hart, no, boo-boo. That's not going to work. I need you to be more. Yeah, listen, I can't just call a travel agent or go online like, I need you to be more specific. Would you like, the Caribbean, Hawaii? I don't care. I just want to go away. And then, it's clear that I've aggravated her at that point. She goes, babe, that's not going to work. I need you to be more specific. And after a little marital dialogue, that's what we'll call it. You understand?
We understand.
She says, babe, hear me. Here's what she says, and this is when it hit home for me. She says, babe, listen, I cannot get us to our goal. I cannot execute the plan unless you are. See, I can't call and try to book 2 tickets to away. Sounds silly, but ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what we do. That's exactly what we do. We want to do more. We want to produce at a higher level. We want to be thinner or lighter, or we want to be richer. But you know what those are? Those are vague wishes. They're not specific goals. And part of the reason we haven't gotten to where we want to be is we haven't been clear about where we want to be. We haven't been specific enough about where it is we want to be. And it's just like trying to book 2 tickets to away. So as we're writing our goals, as we're investigating our goals, you need to make sure that they are Yeah. So let's stay specific first. Let's stay there. You're getting ahead of me. She's still thinking about that kiss. That's what she's doing. Hey, come back. Tell me your eyes didn't roll when I said that. She was like, ooh. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But tell me about that later. Yeah, exactly. What happens away stays away. Goals need to be specific, quantifiable if we can. If we can put a number on them or specific place on them. But goals should be specific. Okay, got to have them. And then once you have them, I'm suggesting that they are specific. Okay? Second word I used was lofty. What does lofty mean? How do you think the dictionary defines lofty? Yeah. I think the definition says of imposing height, like high, like really, really high. Yeah. See, I don't subscribe to the idea that your goals should be attainable. I don't. I think when you break your big goals down, the steps ought to be attainable. But I think if you're going to shoot, you ought to shoot for the moon. I think you should go big or go home. Like, we're not in this business to be average. We're not in this business to be mediocre. We're trying to get paid. Nobody said anything. Okay, thank you. I'll make sure I'm in the right place. Yeah, you don't take a commission or a production-driven job because you want to be average. Right? I think goals should be lofty. I think that my goals should exceed the expectations of the organization standards. If they think I should be producing here, here. Right? If you think I should be, have 10 tackles a year, I say 20. Go big or go home. Lofty. I think your goals should make you uncomfortable. When you think about what it is you want, it should stretch you. It should make you uncomfortable. In fact, let's put it that way. If your goals don't stretch you, you don't have big enough goals. If your goals don't make you uncomfortable, you don't have big enough goals. If your goals don't pass the eyebrow test, you know what the eyebrow test is? Right? When you share your goals with your friends, your inner circle, and their eyebrows don't go up like, dude, are you serious? Then you don't have big enough goals. Go back and take them up a notch. Because I think you're selling yourself short by finding goals that you know you can achieve. There's nothing inspiring about that. There's nothing motivational about that. There's nothing that makes you want to get up out of bed or stay up late at night, something you know you can accomplish. Here's what I've learned, that your growth requires that you set goals outside your current comfort zone. Yeah, they should stretch you. If you know you can do it, you're not going to push. You're not going to grow. You're not going to get any better. Does that make sense? Here's what Les Brown said. Les Brown's a speaker. He said, most people fail in life not because they aim too high and miss. Most people fail because they aim too low and hit. Ooh. Most people fail not because they aim too high and miss. Most people fail because they aim too low and hit. They get comfortable. They do what they know they're capable of doing. There's no growth in that. There's no excitement in that.
No money in that.
Now, for those of you who may be a little uncomfortable with the money-driven focus, that applies to everything. It's across the board. And I'm not condemning anybody that they want to make money. So if you want to serve people, shoot higher. If you want to help people, shoot higher. I don't care what it is. Whatever your goal is, I think it should be lofty. I think it should be huge. What's the worst that can happen? I guarantee you'll end up further than you would have if you didn't set a lofty goal.
True.
A lot of people have goals. A lot of people have goals. Whether they're written here or you can show them to me or not right now, a lot of people have goals. But let me put a finer point on this idea. So I said goals should be specific and goals should be lofty. Here's the other thing. Goals have to be practical, relevant, and present. Somebody agree with that? Goals should be relevant, practical, and present. What do I mean by that? I'm a former football player. And if you know anything about football, there are plays, right? There's first down, second down, third down. Everything in football is driven by a goal. It's 1st and 10. In other words, this play, we're trying to encroach, we're trying to get closer to our goal, which is 10 yards away. So we call a play now that gets us to our goal. And guess what? Our goal is very visible. Those two sticks 10 yards away. And now if you watch on television, there's an imaginary line that shows everybody on TV. That's pretty cool technology.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Because it stays, like it doesn't move when the field, like it's pretty cool technology.
Cool.
But then the next play, it's 2nd and 7. And I've got a goal that requires I behave based on where my goal is currently. But guess what? My goal is visible. We didn't get the first down. Now it's 3rd and 3. Once again, my goal is everything that I do is driven by my efforts to reach my goal. See, sometimes we at the beginning of the year, and I'm glad we're talking now, we set these resolutions and we write these things down that we want. And guess what? We don't look at them again until next July. No. If your goals are going to impact your daily behavior, they need to be visible. They need to be relevant. They need to be fresh. They need to be new. They need to be driving my behavior today. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
See, my goal today is not, there's certain things I can't do 20 years ago. Does that make sense? That game's over. What is my goal today? What's driving me today? What am I working towards today? What's keeping me focused today? And if the last time you looked at your goals was 77, as in 1977, there's a problem. There's a reason you're not happy with where you are. There's a reason you don't feel fulfilled. Because when you cross off those goals and you get that first down, it's time for a party. Let's regroup and let's get the next one. Let's ring the bell and get the next one. Let's hand over those keys and sell the next one. What are your goals today? They've got to be practical, they've got to be relevant, and they've got to be present. They've got to be visible. It's like the flag in golf. Everything I do is trying to get me closer to that flag, that hole. Does that make sense? Specific and lofty and present and visible.